Unbelievable. I could probably get one at Ridley's if I tried again.
Yeah.
Where's Ridley's?
That's the big one in Royal Oak.
Is that Detroit?
It's like a suburb of Detroit, yeah.
Okay.
Gus, who's the little gay bald guy? Gus something? Is that something?
Gus Constantelis. Yeah.
He's headlining this month. At,
Oh, yeah, Gus is there.
He's
I
selling-
think Asmus was there.
He's
Yeah.
selling
Just
big
there.
tickets.
Yeah. Gus
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, Gus is.
Why? What? How?
Big gay following.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you know, that's...
Or, no, it's a Greek following, actually. He has a big Greek following.
No way.
Yeah, I forget that he's Greek because he's gay in my mind and then Greek and then comedian.
Right. Gay always comes first.
Yes. Anyways, this is Democracy Mao. I'm Wilfred Padua. I'm the king of the podcast. I've got Jeff Sheen right next to me.
Hello.
And Garri's here.
Hi.
Gary wearing his little medal for
Gary's
his
got
little
his medal.
run.
Yep. By the way, so we're doing this trial run of this format where Garri has to have 3 topics that he gets through. If Garri gets through 3 topics in an hour, then Jeff and I will pay him money.
I'm not giving him nothing.
And anyways,
Gary, you're getting nothing from me.
Sounds good.
but Jeff
This
and I,
is Wilfred's move to incentivize you to work harder.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to
This
get
is what
you
he
to.
told me before you got here.
That's exactly.
He told me that.
I told him that.
I'm
10
spilling
minutes
the
ago.
beans.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Garri to give a fuck about the podcast.
I think Gary does give a fuck. Gary,
He-
you give a fuck.
I give a fuck.
Do you,
See?
But
do
it's
you give a fuck
very
about
degrees
do you
of
give a fuck
fuck.
about the success of the podcast, the potential success?
Gary's afraid of success.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
I think he is.
Are you really?
I think to some degree.
What is that?
Why is he so self-sabotaging? What do you think? Afraid of success.
Well, I mean, I think there's also. I feel like he's just like a little too. I think it's that he isn't. It's not that he's afraid of success. He's afraid of putting himself out there.
Oh, that
Either way, we can agree that he is an absolute loser.
Yes.
Oh no!
So
but
Gary,
it's
No.
because of fear, not his lack of talent.
but Gary,
There we go.
There you go,
let me
Gary.
ask you this: what is it that makes you fear success?
Pressure.
Pressure. Yeah. I just.
People can manipulate you.
It's kind of weird.
Get you to
Someone
do stuff and say things that you want.
when I was
Just get you to repeat anything that I'm saying.
a friend of mine was in town and we went out for drinks and someone actually recognized me from Secret Sauce and like, hey, Sunday night show, and
And you got scared.
I was just
You were
like,
shaking
what?
in your
I was
boots.
just like, yeah, I was just a little like, whoa, that's weird. Whereas I probably should have initially just been like happy, and then like my friend was like, look at
That's
that.
humble brag.
I know, right? Nice humble brag, Gary.
And,
Gary out here. I went for drinks with a friend and I got recognized. Oh, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, I hate this
Oh,
life.
no.
But then on the
Everyone
flip
wants
side
my
of that-
autograph now.
Autographs. I ran into Dan Davies outside of our apartments, and we were talking for
And
a
he
little
forgot
bit.
who you were.
He knew it. He's like,
Gary.
where are you again? Wilfred, and someone walked past us. It was like, dude, question party. And then I saw like Dan's eyes light up. I was like, oh, that's the way you're supposed to respond to that. It was kind of like cool. Like it was like, oh.
So
like,
you don't. So I'm still trying to figure out the psychology of this. The idea of being afraid of success.
it's just you don't know. I think it's the uncertainty of what's like next.
Here's the thing, though. Like, you've never had success, so why fear it?
Ooh, good question.
It's the uncertainty. I think
But
I'm
isn't there?
more afraid of
There's
uncertainty.
so much uncertainty involved in being poor.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he doesn't
but
know.
that's I'm more familiar with that.
Are you afraid of letting people down? They'd be like, oh, hey, it's the guy from Secret Sauce. You're so cool. Tell me a joke right now.
I have that.
No.
If like anyone comes to a show to see me,
Uh-huh.
I will definitely be much tighter.
Oh, yeah.
on stage.
Yeah. When I was I did the Beacon,
Mm-hmm.
I sold it out. Sold out show.
It was so nice of you to let our Curie go after you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to get a longer set.
Yeah. He needed to work on something. But Chelsea and her sister's boyfriend all came.
Uh-huh.
And I got off, and I was like, that was good. That was fine. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I did not. I did not like. I talked to her and then they're like, "You were great," and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't love it."
I felt the same way when I was in Utah for opening for Asmus, and Teresa and her cousin and her cousin's husband came, and I was like, I was not like in love with the set, but they were like, "You were great," and I was like, but it was far from great.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't fun. It wasn't fun for me.
Yeah, you're a little tight up there. You're like you're up there as you're talking. You're like, come on, laugh harder. I want to do really good in front of her.
Or then entire time, it was like when I did the Don't Tell, I was like, please, I hope they laugh at the next one too. So you're not enjoying it. You're just being like, okay, I'm going to just recite the next one. Don't fuck up any words. And hopefully they're with you for that.
Yeah. You're not in the moment enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did a show in Philly on was it Friday night? Yeah, I think it was Friday night. And my
Friday Night Garri?
Yeah, Friday Night Garri Bear.
Nice.
He's blacked out. That's Friday Night Garri.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Garri too, probably.
No, it's usually just Sunday night for the blackout. Saturday. What did I do? Anyways, my sister's like, there's this place that's doing like shows like around the corner. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, there's a comedy show tonight. One of my coworkers is going to be there. And I was just like, oh, do I want to do this in front of one of my like sister's coworkers? And then I just
also
hit him
your
up.
Sister as well.
She wasn't gonna. She would have found out, but she wasn't gonna go to the show.
Oh, she wouldn't have gone.
She's seen Garri before. She knows not to go.
Yeah. but Garri has also admitted that he has a huge crush on her, so he wants to impress.
Oh my god.
You have a crush on his sister?
Yeah.
No, he does not.
He's trying to stop that marriage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's incest a Cebuano thing.
No, it is.
Hillbilly.
And so, I get what you guys are doing. But like it turns out that she wasn't.
You also
even
don't
at
get
the
that
show.
we're. No, it doesn't matter.
But it turns out that she wasn't even at the show.
Your sister's coworker.
Her sister's coworker. But then, like a couple days after, I guess the guy hosting the show was the one who knew my sister's coworker, and she told him that I did well. And
you did do the show.
I did do the show. Yeah. They gave me some time. Yeah.
And you paid the host to tell her that you
that's
did
nice.
well.
Yeah. I gave him a little hand job up in the green room.
What?
I was like, here.
Pause.
Because he's a dirty freak.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, do I want to say
freak.
this?
Yeah.
And
And you did well.
and I did well.
Well, I think
Oh.
when you deliver something like that, it's like I gave him a hand job. It sounds like you're not joking.
Oh yeah. Which we don't care if you did, Garri.
Yeah, it's okay if you did.
I did.
It's 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't think you can handle
You
fame.
can jerk off anyone you want, Garri.
I don't. Whatever. Fame. What is that? Probably not. I don't know. It'd be weird.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about it too. I mean,
Garri. It's Garri, my dear. Garri. Yeah, you gotta do.
Girls just lifting their shirts up for you.
oh, that'd be. I'd
Signing
appreciate
their
that.
Tits.
Yeah. You would drink yourself to death.
I know, you'd be dead right
yeah.
away.
You would.
I'd
not
probably
make
smoke
it.
myself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd smoke myself.
Garri
into a coma.
dies on his first tour.
Yeah, Garri wouldn't make it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, maybe
Third
maybe
date.
that's good that you're afraid of success.
Yeah.
Success may kill you.
Yeah.
My buddies told me that he had this fear of success. This was years ago.
Mhm.
And I still don't quite understand it.
Mhm.
Because the fear of success.
Well, no, it's the like you don't put yourself out there, so you can't succeed or fail.
Well, and then I don't think that's a fear of success. That's a fear of failure.
Well, even then let's say you put it out there. I mean, it goes both ways. So there's a fear of failure. You put yourself out there, you look like a fool.
Sure.
You put yourself out there, you do pop off, but then now you have to keep that up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't know if you can do that.
Right.
You have that in you
Yeah.
to keep that up and keep up the performance and the
That's
high
what I talked about that
level
with
of, and then so you're scared to
with
make it.
Usama, because Usama had his little moment from the AGT
Mhm.
thing, and I was talking about like me and Benji Himmelfarb, who's another great former comedian, but great comedian at the time that he was doing it, and how we were just like wanting something to happen for us, and he's like, something will happen for you, but just because something happens doesn't mean that it gets easier.
Right, you have to keep
It
that
actually
up.
gets more stressful to maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you're afraid of success because of the maintenance.
Yeah. It is difficult. It sure is.
Consistency.
Anyways, but we just wasted 10 minutes and 30 seconds of Garri not, trying for an hour.
Wilfred, don't pull up the times.
Yeah.
That throws things off now.
Why?
Now we know we're at time-wise.
That's okay. I'm just
Gary's freaking out now.
I'm just letting you
now he knows
know
how much time is left.
But now I'm letting you know. I need the audience to remember that there's a thing going on. There's a motif.
You know what? I got to be honest with you.
You don't like this?
I think this whole game is kaput.
I mean, it probably will be.
I think this whole idea is going to swirl down the crapper.
Oh.
I think it's just we're talking to Garri, and once Garri figures out how to wiggle in his little thing,
Yeah.
But it's our job to wiggle out of it too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which Garri will easily let us do.
Yeah, he has no control of this
Getting Garri the
podcast.
confidence to wiggle it in is the hardest part.
That's what I want him to stand up for himself.
I want him to succeed.
Yeah,
Oh, I appreciate
but he
that.
is probably afraid of that.
Garri, don't be afraid of success.
I'm not.
Like run your little 5K.
Yeah.
3 miles.
Tell us about the 5K though.
Oh, it was a good time. Had to wake
Nipples
up.
chafe.
No, they really don't chafe at 3 miles.
Really?
The longer, yeah. The longer.
Try to catch the bus. My nipples were bleeding.
Wilfred, no, they were not.
Who knows? I got like pretty decent sized nipples too. I'm surprised I don't.
Yours are freaking.
Yeah, you got some big old pepperonis over
I
there.
got some.
You
Yeah,
hang a coat on those things.
Dang.
Yeah, man. They're not.
Are they
yeah.
pierced?
No, they're not pierced.
Would you be surprised if Garri was like, yeah, they're both pierced?
If he had one pierced,
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, you know what? Garri is always full of surprises.
Yeah, Garri, I think you could pull off one pierced nipple.
Yeah.
I'd
It
have to
goes
go
with the-
both though.
You do both.
I would do both. I like symmetry. I don't know what it is. When I had my ears pierced, I was like, I just don't want the left one. I want them both pierced. And
You don't have any tattoos?
no tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been thinking about it though. And if I got tattoos on like one arm, then I'd probably have to get a tattoo on another.
Okay.
on
Don't
the
do
right
the
arm.
arm.
So you're
Garri.
gonna have to put Jeff on one arm and you're gonna put Jeff on the other arm.
No.
Yeah. I'll
Gary,
put,
this is what I envision for you.
Yes, for
Some
tattoos.
gauged plugged ears.
Oh dear.
Right?
Yeah.
Gauged. A good, healthy size.
And
Yeah.
that's to signify that you were an adult in 2009.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stretch out
That's
some
such a
gauged
2009.
ears.
Yeah.
That'd give them like a nice Linkin Park vibe.
Yeah.
Pierce the nips,
Uh-huh.
and then a big dragon back tattoo.
Dragon. Oh,
yeah,
that's-
dude.
And you know what I think you need to do is you got to start dressing like Russell Brand, you know?
Oh God.
Where he
Yeah.
had like the deep V shirt
Mhm.
and the floppy. You already do the floppy beanie.
Yeah, I do have the floppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you kind of do that scarf, don't you? Doesn't
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
scarf. Yeah.
You
that
kind of
would-
do already dress like Russell Brand.
Or,
Yeah, dude. Dragon tat,
Oh,
pierce
my God.
nips, dude.
How does that feel to hear that
Uh,
feedback?
feels like you nailed a look like I was wearing like 10 years ago. I would have gone button down, like a button down with one too many
10
buttons.
years
like-
ago, I feel like I saw you
Yeah.
look like that not too long ago.
Yeah, you're breaking that
Probably.
out this winter. I know you are.
Yeah, that could happen. The scarf, yeah,
Scarf
it's not
and
quite Yeah, it
cardigan.
is scarf season, yeah,
Scarf, loose
and a
beanie.
cardigan, yeah.
And
Gauged
loose
ears,
beanie,
bro.
Yeah, gauged ears. That's all you need.
I could not do the gauged ears because that stays. Like they don't shrink back. You got to get like surgery
After
to
a
have
certain
them.
size.
Yeah,
but that goes with the whole vibe, Gary.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're
I
gonna look
couldn't
like
do
Russell
that.
Brand, you want gauged ears. If you're gonna do Russell Brand and you're a brown guy, you got to gauge the ears.
Ugh, oh, no, I couldn't do the gauging. I thought about re-piercing my ears. I was just like, nah, this is too late in life.
What kind of stuff did you wear in those?
I just had studs, diamond studs.
Diamond studs.
Diamond studs.
Yeah.
Gary, no, dude.
Fucking Prince.
Gary,
Yeah.
no.
There
you
we
don't
go.
diamond. You got a gauged look to you.
Do I really?
Oh, absolutely.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might just legit be picturing you as the Linkin Park guy. I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah, bring him up. I
Which
wanna
one?
see this
Chad,
dude.
the dead guy?
No, not the main, not the singer, the side guy.
I have no idea who that is.
He was he comes in. Let's see here. Where's he at? Images. Oh yeah, they replaced the singer with like a.
There's a Filipino guy. Isn't it Filipino?
I think it's a Filipino guy.
Or no, or is it a lady?
No, the new singer.
Yeah.
it's a lady.
I'm thinking, no, the
Are you
Filipino
thinking
guy
Journey?
is Journey.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
you
like-
told me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what this person looks like.
Let's see.
Here we go. Oh,
what's,
yeah.
What's the name of the person?
Oh, this guy's way more handsome.
Let me see.
Sorry, Gare Bear.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, you've got no chance.
Yeah, sorry, Gare Bear.
Yeah. You're talking about that guy?
Yeah, I think I'm talking about that guy.
Okay.
Mike Shadona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I have to
Gary.
wear one of those newsboy hats or whatever. What are those called? Nah, I couldn't fuck with that.
Well, I tried.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And you
what
got to
other looks
work
do
your
you
way
have?
up the gauge, right? You got to like start out smaller and then that's too much work.
But that women love that. It shows dedication
Yeah.
and commitment. Women love it.
That's
Love
not
when a
happening.
man can commit.
no.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not
that is
for me.
one of your biggest problems.
Yeah.
You're not a
I'm
committer.
I'm not a committer. I'm not yeah. I don't know, the pierced nipples though, that seems interesting.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gary, do it.
I had a buddy in college. We were roommates, just like standard, smart econ major guy, glasses, nothing to him.
Uh-huh.
And then about 3 or 4 years into our friendship, I found out he had a Prince Albert.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Just outside of that, totally normal guy. Couldn't
Really?
it's like if Steve Rogers had a Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a
Just a-
office worker.
Yeah, funny, nice, like clean cut
Why
guy.
did he have a Prince Albert? What's the Prince Albert one again?
It's the head of your penis.
It's through the hole, right? Through the pee hole?
I don't know.
Oh.
How do
I
they?
thought that's what it was.
I didn't get a good look at it.
Oh. Well, you
It was in my mouth, so I couldn't.
you couldn't
I don't
feel
have,
it.
I don't have eyes in my mouth, Gary.
You only know the mouthfeel of a Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, are you
Ew.
looking it up?
You're looking it up?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to look at that.
Just tell me if it's through,
Oh,
is it,
nasty.
is it through the pee hole?
All right,
Oh,
let me see.
brutal. Look at that.
Oh. Oh my
Man.
god. It has a mustache.
It just gave you pictures of Prince Albert.
Yeah. Maybe is that what it's called?
What?
A Prince Albert piercing?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a Prince
Yeah.
something, right?
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
Prince
The
Charles?
Prince- no. Definitely Prince Albert.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not through the hole. It's just on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of through the. No, it is through the hole.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I think that would fuck up your.
Stream.
Yeah, what if you. Are you going to leak through
Yeah,
the bottom?
See, look at that puppy.
Oh, God.
No.
All right.
Look at
Okay.
that.
Enough of that.
Man.
What?
No.
This
I-
is Wilfred's friend.
Because I
It's not me.
the piercings I was getting intimate with
They're all
a
white.
woman and she had what I refer to as the Bermuda Triangle.
Look at that guy. He's got a little string around his nuts.
Whoa.
Connected to the Prince Albert.
Oh,
Man.
that's excessive.
That's because he likes to be tortured.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a BDSM type thing.
It's because so when he gets hard, it pulls on his nuts and his whole.
Wilfred, why do you know that?
It's just physics.
Okay.
You can't just
You
put this
physics your way
together.
through.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I'll attach a little rope, to my Prince Albert,
Uh-huh.
and then put a little loop on the ground with a piece of cheese, and I'll catch mice when I get a hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I take my Prince Albert fishing.
That's what it's called.
Try to catch
Little
myself
snare.
a little bass.
Yeah, you just as soon as they bite, you go, just get hard and pull the fish out of the water. What? This is Wilfred's friend did this.
Yeah, he went fishing.
He would fish and catch mice.
He was a big fisherman. I
Oh.
forgot about that.
That's it's gonna ruin my run in the morning. I always see these fishermen, and now I'm gonna be thinking about that.
You still running?
Yeah, I'm
What's the next goal?
Yeah, because you did a 5K.
maybe 20.
What about
26.
3K?
No, that's walking here. That 3K is too small or too short. I was thinking of doing the 9-1 for the New York Marathon in 2026. You know
What?
this? You run 9 races and you volunteer for one, and then you get into the New York Marathon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that could be doable.
You should do the marathon, the New York Marathon.
Yeah, that's what, that's the 9
We
in
can
1,
We can
Jeff.
cheer you on.
Yeah.
I've never had any friends in it that I could cheer on.
Teresa said she wants to do it, but she keeps on not getting in.
Oh yeah, it's tough. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, get in, Garri. We'll all dress like you.
Yeah.
I'll have brown face,
Yeah. Deep V-neck.
Deep V-neck.
dressing like
floppy,
Russell Brand.
floppy ass
Yeah.
beanie.
Pierced nipples,
Yeah.
gauged ears.
Oh, but that one girl, she had pierced nipples. I was asking. Like,
Oh yeah, Garri was telling us a sex story.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Garri. Go on.
And
From the beginning, Garri had sex with a person,
I had sex with.
and she had what he calls the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay.
She
Which
had
is-
her nipples pierced,
Nipples
as well
pierced.
as her.
Her hoo-ha.
Yeah,
Her big hoo-ha,
her clitoris.
also pierced.
Cute. Garri, don't say the medical term.
Yes.
Why do you call it the Bermuda Triangle?
Because it's a triangle.
You
Sure,
called it
but what
that?
gets lost in it?
I do.
You son of a bitch. Garri.
I got lost.
sometimes.
Yeah, and
Sometimes.
it's fun. It was
Okay.
fun. But then I just started. I was like, is that like? Do you enjoy that more, or like, does it make it more like, more sensitive? She's like, yeah, it really does. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know, something to consider.
So what happened with this lady? How come you didn't fall in love?
No, it was a one and done.
Oh,
Yeah.
Garri,
Yeah.
you gotta stop talking about women this way.
What? No, I
One and done?
Yeah,
Yeah, Garri, not now.
Garri, you gotta stop using women like this.
no, I think I don't know. There was a moment though where like before she left, she's like, I had a wonderful time. And I was
Yeah.
like, is this where I asked for a number? And then she just turned back and walked out the door. I was like, I guess not. I don't know.
Wait
What
a
do
minute, you
think?
didn't have her number?
No, we met at a show.
Whoa, Garri.
What show is this?
My show.
Secret
Sauce?
Sauce.
Yeah.
Secret Sauce is getting you some secret ass?
Garri just Garri just uses the show to sleep with women and not get any info.
of success.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because you don't want fame. You just want ass.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah, Garri.
You don't
You're a
want.
certified pervert.
Yeah.
for other reasons, but you know, there's the feet thing. Wow, there's a lot of sex like in the
Yeah.
in the past couple episodes.
How
Yeah,
do I-
dude.
I'm trying to get Chris D'Elia.
Huh?
D'Elia?
Madelia. I'm trying to get Chris D'Elia mixed with Gary Madera.
That'll never happen.
Yeah.
I'm
The-
not that
the fact
creepy
that
on
you had to
DM.
like try it on us and you still couldn't do it.
Yeah, I
you
was
had all
trying-
the time in the world.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were doing.
I could have just done it quietly.
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah, you could have been
Yeah,
practicing.
you could have kept that one to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilfred.
Yeah, don't try to get Garri. Garri's he's just a certified pervert.
Certified pervert.
Certified by Jeffrey Sheen.
Stamp.
Stamp of
Yeah.
approval.
Garri with his freaking Prince
I'll get a
Albert.
notary over here. Certify your ass.
Get a certificate.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, that's nice, Garri. So you had a nice time.
The piercings though. I'll think about it. That I might. It's either gonna be piercings or tattoos. One or the other.
What would you get tattooed?
Oh,
Your sister's name?
no.
Wilfred, please.
What is that? What?
I know what you were insinuating, and I don't like
That
it.
he has a sister that he loves
Leave Garri alone.
That
romantically.
Yeah.
weirdo. I hope she never watches this. I was thinking of getting the patron saint of my parents' hometown,
Who's that?
Saint Joseph.
Saint Joseph.
Yeah, and I
As in
googled
Daddy of Jesus.
as in Daddy of Jesus. Yeah,
Or stepdad.
stepdad. Yeah,
Of Jesus.
stepdad of Jesus.
Oh, he's a saint?
He is a saint.
I guess you don't hear much about Jesus' stepdad.
Yeah.
What's his deal?
He was a carpenter.
Is that it?
He's a carpenter.
Yeah,
I guess the miracle was that his son was Jesus.
yeah.
Okay.
He has got some brothers and sisters, but yeah, that's the main one. No one knows. I don't know the names of his siblings.
I've got a thing that I was looking up, and I saved it on my phone, so it doesn't really help.
Tell me more about Joseph.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Well,
Was he in the big picture of the dinner, the Last Supper?
no, that was just
So his dad
Those are his
wasn't an
buddies.
apostle.
No.
He wouldn't
No.
let his dad hang out with him and his friends.
no.
Why not?
Wow, do you let your dad hang out with us?
I mean, if you're out here saving souls, I'd be like, Dad, you're welcome to join.
Also, we did hang out with his dad.
We did hang out
It
with.
was a
Yeah,
great
but that was a
time.
wedding. That's like meant to happen.
So what did his
But,
dad
like,
do?
Carpenter.
And he
yeah.
became a saint?
And he became, I mean, if you are the stepdad of the Son of God, I think, that's a good way to become a saint.
Did he preach or anything?
I don't think so.
Or is he just a guy hanging out and then everyone's like, you're a saint now? He was like, all right. And he went back to carpentry?
Well, he would have become a saint technically, like, I don't know, 100 or 300 years later. You know what I mean? It's a long-ass process.
But he didn't do anything special.
He had, not while he was alive, I take it.
He did nothing special.
Yeah. I don't
Besides
think
just be a carpenter and get lucky with his kid.
Maybe Jesus really liked his bed. Like, he had, like, an awesome, like, bunk bed.
So you want a tattoo of this man who did nothing.
He raised Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something.
You just gotta want the guy that raised him.
Yeah. And he taught him.
Do you think God needed to be raised?
To some degree, yeah. He needed a house. I mean, yeah, if you're a baby, if you're born, like, you're probably thinking, like, oh, I'm in this crib. I can't really build anything right now. So I'm going to need a couple adults to do something for me.
Yeah. Couldn't have crawled into a cave.
He didn't he like he was kind of a dick of a kid.
Yeah.
Because there's that one story where he like Mary and Joseph are looking for him and then he's just like hanging out at a temple and when they find him he's like, you should have looked for me over here.
Yeah.
He like put the blame on them.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the story?
So Jesus,
there's kid Jesus stories?
This is like I think maybe the only one.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had kids stories.
There's only, there's two, which is the one is the Christmas story.
Yeah.
Where he's born in a manger, and then the
Douglas and fir.
Yeah, the
frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah.
What'd I say? Douglas and fir.
You named Christmas trees that probably didn't exist.
Douglas fir.
Yeah.
I did that on accident. Man, I impressed myself. Go on.
But and then the other one is one where Mary and Joseph lose Jesus.
They lose like a fucking Kmart?
Yeah.
He's hiding in the clothing racks.
and
he's hiding in the marketplace.
Jesus, they find him.
Yeah.
He's at the temple, and he's like...
what temple?
The Jewish temple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say...
In Nazareth. Was it Nazareth or Jerusalem? Who knows?
It wasn't a Jesus temple.
He was at not a Christian temple.
It's him on the cross.
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
Fuck?
It's him 12 years old. But he's at the temple, like, having a high-minded discussion and, like, kind of preaching to the other rabbis or whatever at the temple. And then Mary and Joseph were like, we've been looking for you all day, and we were worried. And he's like, well, you should have looked here.
Oh.
Because he's in his father's house.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have looked here.
Yeah. How do you think St. Joseph felt about that? Like, hey, I'm your dad.
How old was he?
I would say that I think he was
ass.
He was like 12.
Probably.
Yeah, I hope Joseph gave him a whooping.
Yeah.
Do you think Jesus got spanked?
I doubt it.
You don't think so? Not even at like
4
years old?
Here's the question that
Throwing up tantrum?
Here's the question that I need for clarification. Are we talking about Jesus in the Bible, or there's this like historiosity version of Jesus that people have been talking about, where he's like the actual Jesus?
Oh, the real guy.
The real guy
versus the Bible guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which one are you talking about?
Either, both. Why not? Give me one of each.
I'm sure the first one got the real guy got
an ass
spanked.
whooping, yeah,
for sure.
He got a leather sandal to the ass.
Well, the real guy was just a regular guy.
Yeah.
Isn't it theorized that Jesus was just like a rebel leader?
There's also this
heard
theory
that.
that Jesus was like a prince, and that like there was this that he was a prince and figured out lore that was spun
like
around him.
40K lore?
Sure.
Like the Chaos, the Warp,
Yeah.
the Death Guard, led by Primarch Mortarion?
I guess so.
What, is this more? Was it?
It's
Warhammer?
clearly Warhammer.
Yeah,
This is Warhammer. Okay.
Yeah, it's Warhammer 40K lore.
I was looking up books.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah, I was looking up books because I don't know. I felt like my nephew might get into that, and I was like, oh, I better know about this before.
Get in there, Gar. Get a book and learn about the Horus Heresy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I looked it up on Wikipedia first, and I was just like, what? Like, because you kind of mentioned that there's like a bunch of different stories. I'm like, I just want to focus on one, and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of this shit.
Oh yeah, there's tons.
Do you have any of the books?
Do I have any of the books?
Yeah.
No, I got them on my Kindle.
Oh, okay.
I'll download things on my Kindle. You
I
know,
like
I
a
also
physical.
downloaded. I watched. Did I tell you this? Berserk. Did we talk about Berserk yet?
You said that it's good.
Yeah.
It's great.
You know what I started watching?
What?
I watched the first episode of what's the one on Max?
The Spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
It's spooky.
The fans hate it.
Oh.
If you read the manga,
Yeah.
you're like they're pissed.
Okay.
But if you're like just a filthy casual,
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
you know, to me, I was like, oh, that's cool. This is interesting and
Yeah.
neat and fun.
That was weird. I was like weirded out by that first episode. I was like, okay.
Did you watch all of it?
It's
No,
a
just the
creepy
first episode.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch all of it.
I'll watch all of it.
Good.
So here's what I've been looking for.
First step's great.
Oh.
What I've been looking for is also Garri, 31 minutes. You haven't even
I know.
put up a fucking. You haven't even budged once. What I've been looking for is it's on my phone, and we can talk about it in more detail next episode.
Okay.
But there was this. I guess there were some Zionists, some black Israelites that were saying that, like, you know, there are certain people. They have their own like genealogy from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Some people from Abraham, blah 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 blah. He was saying that Asians are from
Cain.
Lot.
Lot?
Isn't Lot the one from Sodom and Gomorrah?
I think so. Did he have a wife that turned into salt?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're from Lot, and he said that there's Japanese and Chinese.
Okay.
They each came from one of so one of the things that happened in that story is that Lot's daughters and him run away.
Right, because the whole town is trying to bang an angel, and they're all like,
Yeah. And then
Depraved.
God starts raining down fire on the town.
yeah.
So Lot and
Could use you to do that again, God. Too much OnlyFans. Go on.
Lot goes to and his daughters go to a cave.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, well, we're going to have to repopulate the earth. So they start fucking their dad.
Whoa.
So this black Israelite is claiming that
You're all inbred?
that we are all inbred. And this is what he said, no, that we all have Down syndrome. And that explains the slanted eyes.
Oh my God.
I mean, that does explain it.
Yeah. I mean, it is an explanation. Is it accurate?
I mean, I don't think I should have screenshotted all of because there was like 4 different images.
Yeah.
And one of the images was like him rapping all the way back to like, that's why everyone with Down syndrome looks like they're Asian.
Oh, I mean,
That explains at least one comic.
find the flaw
Find the flaw.
in the man's logic.
Yeah.
See, he looks
So-
Down syndrome.
Good joke. Great joke, Garri.
So-
Great joke that no one will see.
He was
This is
pointing to
for-
a picture of Wilfred. I'll
Yeah.
explain it to you. So he's saying that so Japanese people are one of the daughters?
Yes.
Oh, and then Chinese people are the other daughter.
Yes. Yeah. Those are the people of the other daughter.
Okay. And what about all the other Asian
I mean,
We're all offshoots.
groups?
I have no idea.
Those are just the 2 mains.
Oh, and there's also something about how like some of the Asians like were having sex with white people, and then that made the lighter skinned Asians, and then some didn't, and then those ones stayed darker.
Oh.
Oh, so that would be us.
Yes. You
Okay.
didn't.
Yeah.
We did not.
Yes.
Well, some of my people did.
Right. But my Japanese friends
Mm-hmm.
all did.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you saying white people bang people with Down syndrome?
Can't believe you guys did that.
That's
Yeah. Speaking
Anytime
of perverts.
Anytime you see a white guy with an Asian girlfriend, she's got Down syndrome, bro. You can't be doing that.
All right, let's bring this back to reality because this is actually kind of interesting. What I researched.
All right, Garri wants to finally budge in here.
Finally, Jesus, 35 minutes.
He finally
35
worked up
minutes?
enough courage.
Well, we were talking about some pretty silly stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but but if you want to earn your money, You got to fucking step up.
Okay.
You got to box out, Garri.
Leave Garri alone.
I'm not bullying. I'm coaching.
You were giving a great explanation.
The craziest theory.
It's so funny.
Hey, you have this though. I really do want to read this. I really do want to know.
I think I
more
might have
about-
only screenshotted the first page and then I tried.
Was
to
it
go
on Reddit?
It was on Reddit. I think
Okay.
it was under Asian identity, but of course I should have screenshotted the whole thing because I was like, this is gonna get deleted.
Yeah.
I know it.
Oh, that is wild, man. So I was on the NPR website.
Oh, were you? Big
Yes.
shock.
And I stumbled upon a podcast from Texas Public Radio, which is called Fronteras, and it is it explores the communities of the San Antonio area.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The Texas Public Radio's got some pretty good podcasts.
This is the first one that I've heard.
I listened to one they did one about Odessa,
Oh, okay.
about like all the oil boom over there.
Oh, interesting.
stuff.
Okay.
Go on, Garri.
And I know Odessa from Friday Night Lights. I read that.
That's what they talk about in the podcast.
Yeah, that was a pretty good. That was a great book. I liked it. And on Fronteras, they did a panel of some of the Asian American restaurants in the area. Here's something about San Antonio.
In Houston or San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Antonio.
Yes.
San Antonio. And San Antonio is one of 9 UNESCO creative cities in America. There's 9 of them, and this it's one of 2 cities of gastronomy.
What is UNESCO?
Yeah, what is
Again.
this stuff?
Oh, the United
Explain it to the layman.
Nations. I don't know.
Garri?
It's United Nations.
I'll look it up. But
Did you
Garri,
know?
It's United Nations like historical society, but obviously it means more than that.
So, Garri, you're just going to throw out it's one of 9 this thing, and then we're like, what is that? And you're like, I don't know.
Creative
Yeah.
cities
Garri?
of
United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization.
boom.
It's a but you also have to figure out what that means. Garri, what?
It's a city that is important because of the food. The food that
Man,
they
it's
create.
like he's so nervous doing a book
It's
report.
like he's doing a book report.
Yeah, he's doing a book report, and
then
he
Huck
did not
Finn.
read the book.
Yeah, you just read the cliff notes.
go.
And then he convinces him to paint the fence.
UNESCO is a specialized agency of the United Nations with the aim of promoting world peace and security through international cooperation in education, arts, sciences, and culture.
Yeah. They also designated the Ifugao rice paddies in the Philippines as a historical landmark.
The what?
The Ifugao rice paddies.
Where are those?
Wait, what are
It's
those?
look them up. They're in the Philippines. And if you,
How do you spell that?
Ifugao, Ifugao,
G what?
Ifugao. Ifugao.
Oh yeah.
Rice paddies.
Whoa. You
Or
didn't
rice
know?
terraces, excuse me.
Oh, is this those where it's like a bunch of like steps?
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like
it's
yeah.
those things.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I see those all the time. That's
Wow.
in Philippines?
it's in the Philippines.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
I want to go. Let's go.
Yeah. A friend of mine is from that. Her mom is from that area, and she was telling me about them.
I didn't know that was in the Philippines.
Yeah.
God, the Philippines it's the best. Oh, it's up there.
Yeah, it's way up north. I smell a trip.
We gotta go. Garri, you can go to your down south Hickville.
Yeah, you can
We'll
head
be-
on down there.
We'll be up there looking at rice terraces.
yeah,
All
we'll be checking out rice terraces. That's exciting.
Yeah. So that's also what that's the first time that I heard about UNESCO.
So
So-
UNESCO, is like this is a culturally important area.
Yeah.
We'll fund it or like save it or something.
Yes, it's under the protection of the United Nations.
So
Yeah.
is Houston? What is that?
So is San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, it's as well as Tucson, Arizona. Yeah.
Wait, the UN's trying to save Tucson?
Yeah. Well, they've designated it as important.
Tucson,
Tucson. Yeah.
Arizona.
That one I didn't really
These
get
are pretty
into.
shitty cities.
Who gives a shit?
Well-
Number 1, Santa Fe. 2, Iowa City.
It is really random.
3, Paducah. I don't know where that is, but it's like my last name.
Kentucky.
So just random areas?
Austin.
I mean,
I don't think this is the right list, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say. Also, why would the UN have to get involved in, like, American stuff?
Well, it's really the...
We're pretty stable over here.
Yeah. But I like the way the moderator described Texas as like a crossroads of
those
different
were
culture.
the cities. Santa Fe, Paducah, Kentucky, Iowa City,
Detroit.
Austin,
Detroit.
San
Detroit.
Antonio, Detroit, Seattle.
Oh,
Wait, Detroit?
yeah.
Where's
Design.
Detroit? Oh, City of
U.S.
Design.
creative cities.
Oh.
Oh, so they're just designated as creative.
And then San Antonio is the gastronomy city. I see.
Yeah.
Garri, do you understand that we did not comprehend any of this through what you said to us?
And now I do. Now
Yeah, Gary.
this makes sense to me.
We're researching your book report in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's gastronomy?
It's food.
Oh, okay.
It's cooking.
Gastropub.
Yeah, gastropub.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
fine.
yeah.
It's just the fancy
You
word.
got out of this one, Gary.
You fucking weasel.
Yeah, you wiggled out of this one.
So there's like a lot of cultural influences in Texas.
Is this your main topic?
Yeah.
This is the one that you said was the good one.
Yeah.
This is his meat and potatoes right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, on this panel,
Have you been to San Antonio?
I've not. I've never been to
Have you?
Texas.
No.
You never been to Texas?
I've never been to Texas.
Oh,
I've been to Texas.
You were born in Texas.
Yeah. Why'd you do that in such
I don't know.
accusatory way?
You blew his mind.
Yeah. What part of Texas?
Dallas.
Dallas. Okay.
I've been to Dallas.
Yeah,
During
I like
a heat wave. It
Dallas.
was hot as
Actually,
hell.
I was there like 2 weeks after you.
Were you?
Yeah, because I remember texting you because I was at the Dallas Comedy Club and your poster was still up.
Oh. It was hot as hell when I was
It was-
What's hot as hell?
I mean, it's hot as
It
hell
was like-
all the time there.
Yeah.
there. It was like hot for there. Like they were like, this is a heat wave.
So that must be like 110.
Yeah.
It was.
It's got to be
It was
like
something
over
like that.
100.
Because I think I was there and it was like 103.
Yeah.
Oh.
And everyone was,
Oh, this is
no
pleasant.
one goes outside. It's
Oh.
not a pleasant place to be outdoors.
It really isn't.
Austin, everyone was outside on what's that, 6th Avenue or whatever, 6th Street.
Yeah.
But it was all like everyone was scantily clad.
Yeah.
23. You would have loved it, Garri.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gary.
Were there a lot of Russell Brand-esque type?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably was. Yeah,
Tons
dude.
of tight jeans on
Yeah.
old men.
I was wearing my skinny jeans this weekend. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean
It was
that
fun?
Yeah. I haven't worn them in so long. I was like, oh, I still fit in these. I've lost like, I don't know, a couple
You're
pounds.
like an old lady who still tries on her prom dress
Yeah, he was throwing on
just
his
to
old
feel
skinny
young
jeans.
again.
No, I was just like, what? I was like, oh, I haven't worn these in a while, and I was like, oh, I still look good in them.
You do not.
Yeah, I do.
I remember seeing you in your skinny jeans, and when he'd walk
Yeah.
away, and we'd be like, we all went, damn, Gary's got
No ass. Yeah. Skinny jeans, floppy beanie.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking ice cream cone.
Oh, that's the worst one yet. I've been described as a martini glass.
Gary.
Yeah.
You keep
but
getting
not
these, but you keep putting on these jeans.
my legs are always going to be skinny. It's going to
Well,
always
put it-
be the.
Well, don't show them off then.
Oh, I got to. Dude, these calves have never looked this good. Okay, so here we are. We're in Texas and
See, this is
in
why
San Antonio.
I wanted Garri. We're doing the incentive because you see how Gary's like
It
trying
just
to move,
naturally happens.
but he's trying to move it along.
Mhm.
But when we were doing this before, Garri was not moving things along.
I
I would have to go. Okay, Garri, what's next?
don't think he needs to be incentivized. Gary, keep going. Take
All
me to
right.
San Antonio.
But this is why I like what is happening. Garri is trying to voice himself more with some information.
I think he's doing it regular style. I didn't think he needed to be money motivated. He's not motivated by money.
I mean,
Look at the way he
yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
Okay, and they had 3 chefs.
Three?
3 of them.
Holy smokes.
That's a lot of restaurants, dude.
Three
There was one. She was a
Wait, what is?
Filipino.
Back this up.
What up?
Where are we again? We're
in San Antonio.
Uh-huh.
There's
And-
a conference.
There is a it's a panel that they put together of 3 chefs exploring the communities of San Antonio.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
podcast is Fronteras.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they
So the panel is happening out loud on the podcast.
yeah. They
So
recorded
you listen
it.
to the panel.
Yeah, I listened to the panel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
All
what
right.
did you learn?
Now, what did I learn? There were 3 chefs, or 3 owners of the restaurants. One of them, I don't think she considered herself a foodie, which was the Filipino on the panel. Her name is
what a foodie is.
Camille.
Food,
Her
someone
name's
who likes food.
Camille De Los Reyes.
Like she eats it a lot.
She's food. And then she takes pictures and posts them on Instagram.
Okay, so
All
the
right.
foodie's a
This is
Filipino.
our riff, Gary.
Yeah,
This is not your riff.
Gary, do your
Interrupting your
friggin'
riff.
book report.
Yeah.
All right,
Let us do our riffs.
So she owns a restaurant called Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, spelled
Oh.
Sari.
What does
And-
that, what does
That's
that
far
mean?
too Asian.
Sorry. It's the way that they describe like their like corner stores. Like there'd be like a small little store, and it's always the sorry store. I don't know what technically.
Oh,
it
it's not
means.
like when they
Oh.
screw up, they just constantly always go sorry.
No, Jeff.
What? That's why.
Oh, it's like there's one on Knickerbocker, kind of like a sorry store.
What is it?
It's like kind of just like a counter / like deli.
Yeah, like a smaller bodega.
Oh yeah, the one right up there,
Yeah.
where it's just a window.
It's pretty much a window that has like chips and cigarettes.
Yeah, chips and cigarettes. Yeah, which
Those are
is-
called sorries.
Yeah,
Huh.
And
well, I
they're all
apologize
over
for my
the
racially charged comment earlier.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's so ignorant of you.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that.
All right, sorry.
And here's something that she mentioned. That during the Spanish-American like war, there was a point where
What does what would be a good incentive for you?
well, I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah, just keep going.
And apparently Texas was referred to as
Like-
Nuevas Filipinas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Oh.
there was so much like Spanish culture coming in, and they referred to that as Texas as Nuevas Filipinas.
All of Texas?
I guess.
When
yeah.
was that?
During the what do you call it?
Spanish American War.
Yeah. So what is that? 1890s.
That was.
Yeah, that was 1901.
Spanish American?
Yeah.
No, Spanish
Eh?
American was before civil.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Spanish American War was 1897 to like 1901.
Yeah.
And then right after that was the Filipino American War, which was like 1901 to 1903.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, which one am I thinking of?
The Korean War.
No.
Vietnam.
The
This guy thinks
Mexican American War?
Perhaps.
Oh yeah, or
Perhaps.
you're probably thinking of like the Alamo, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking of
Yeah,
the one that
yeah,
was before the
yeah.
Civil War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're I'm talking about the one that led to the Philippines being commandeered by America.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
Mexico-American
so-
War. That was the one. Okay, yep.
And apparently we got the Philippines got avocados and mangoes from Mexico.
Oh, what a deal.
Yeah. Or I mean that's how those fruits got to the Philippines.
They're in the Philippines. Oh, I guess mangoes,
of
obviously.
Yeah, because of
What?
that. Yeah.
Mexico had mangoes.
Yeah, Mexico has mangoes. And of course they have avocados. And it's interesting cuz like avocados better known for guacamole, but the way Filipinos prepare avocados, it's more dessert.
Avocado ice cream.
Yeah, avocado ice cream. I don't know if you've ever had, my mom would do this a lot where we'd get avocados and we'd add like condensed milk and ice and sugar and we'd
Yeah.
crush it up. Yeah, yeah.
And then my dad would make a little milkshake.
Yeah.
out of it.
Avocado milk.
It's like 1 billion calories.
So, yeah. It's mostly the condensed milk and the sugar that makes it delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Avocado ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
But why sweeten it?
I mean,
It's
that's
I guess what does an avocado taste like?
Kinda-
Bland?
it's pretty
Yeah.
bland.
Yeah.
And you go sweet, whereas Mexico goes spicy.
Yeah.
Or
savory, more savory. Yeah.
Savory.
Yeah.
Interesting, different takes.
Yeah. So,
All right.
different hemispheres. Okay, so that was one of the restaurants.
Right, Gary,
Yeah.
shut up.
I like this version of Gary.
Condescending fuck.
This version of Gary is trying to make some money.
And,
Different atmospheres, yeah.
and of course, her family made it to Texas in the way that many Filipinos in the 80s did because her mom was a nurse. And
Oh, interesting.
yeah. And then the
My
other
family made it there because there were no other jobs available.
Yeah, that's
My
interesting.
what my dad told me was, so they started in Seattle because my family, my dad or my uncle was stationed in the area. He
In
was
Seattle.
Yeah, he was part of the Navy. And then my grandparents on my mom's side moved over there.
Okay.
So and then we moved over there. And then my dad went to Seattle, and then him and my uncle went down the West Coast looking for jobs. Couldn't find a job. Eventually found one in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Well, I guess so. They found a community in Dallas, Texas, of like they're part of like a prayer group in the Philippines.
Okay.
And there was like a little section of that prayer group that was in Dallas. And so there was like a family that was helping my parents out.
Okay.
And also my older brothers. And I think their first jobs were actually just doing like working at a grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, like, so my mom came to originally Chicago in '68 as a nurse with her nursing classmates, and then she went back to the Philippines. And when she came back, she actually went to Canada and worked, and then she went back to the Philippines, and then she got married to my dad, and then they moved to Detroit and as a nurse. And my dad worked. He said,
Where did they get married?
They got married in the Philippines. It was a long courtship, apparently. That's what he likes to say. And then, because they're
Not you.
huh.
Not you. Gary's a one night, get him out of there.
One and done.
Yeah.
There's no long courtships with this guy.
Can you imagine?
You better
the
drop
crazy
trowel
amount-
if you see Gary.
Yeah. All the work that Gary's mother went through, going here, going back Philippines, long courtship, Canada, just to make this fuck boy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's the first I've ever
Yeah.
called him.
Multiple countries, going back and forth, long
Yeah.
courtship
Just
of love.
So much
And
work
then me.
so you can get into the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, then this guy's out here just banging white ladies with pierced clitorises. Unbelievable.
She was a white
What's the
lady?
lifestyle? She was actually, I believe, Dominican.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah. That is Gary. I would say
I'd
that's
assume
probably
because that sounds like that's usually a white lady thing to
I
do.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised.
You
as
know,
well.
people of color can also get piercings these days.
Yeah, but white people are the ones we out here hanging from our back skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. You do be doing that.
And then there was also the other chefs were pretty interesting. Chef Leo Davila. Has
Also a Filipino?
No, Chinese and half Mexican. So he's Chinese Mexican, and he has a restaurant, Sticks and
Filipino.
Stones,
Half Down
Yeah.
syndrome.
and then Christina Zhao.
What's the general story that is behind this? What?
Maybe he's getting there.
Oh,
So we
Oh.
got 3 chefs of
Yes.
Asian ancestry.
yes.
Talking about San Antonio food.
Talking about and their influence, how their community as well as the San Antonio community at large, all kind of come together to like make food.
And how do they do that?
Well, like with Camille, it was more about like how to be authentic for the Filipino food, because like something you kind of don't realize, like when you're in a restaurant, when you're just at home, like parents are making Filipino food, like you don't think about like the ingredients, but like it was actually pretty difficult, I guess, for her father, who taught her how to cook, like to find like all these ingredients.
Why?
Oh.
Just because like there's no Filipino community, or there's one that's starting, but like all the like the different spices weren't necessarily available.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
What spices?
She can't get a sinigang packet?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, think about that. Like, synagog's not going to be readily available in San Antonio unless there's, like... They have to create that, like, the need for it in order for... nor to
Sure.
start
Okay,
shit.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
And
what
so-
packet? Explain
Sine-
this to
so-
my white brain.
Sinigang is a soup
Mhm.
that is it's a sour soup with what's in it?
Tamarind.
Tamarind. Yes. But nowadays most people just use a little packet.
Yeah. Nor.
Um,
KNOR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the brand, right?
It's the brand. Yeah.
Yeah, they just use a packet because tamarind is so difficult and tedious to cook.
Tamarind?
Yeah.
What's tamarind?
I don't. I could point it out to you, but I really.
I only
don't
know what a dry one looks like.
Yeah.
A dry candied one.
Yeah. They make soup and candy. Yeah. The candies. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But it's
interesting.
I
Some
guess it's
interesting
a
food.
Filipino fruit or
Yeah.
some shit.
And so.
So what's the general gist of this?
The gist of it is a lot of what these chefs have to deal with is the ideal of like how authentic is their food,
It looks like a peanut and a pea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's sour.
and it's
That's sour?
It's brown.
Yeah.
It's brown,
Yeah, it's
right?
brown. That's
Yeah.
a tamarind?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a peanut that's off a tree.
Looks like a bunch of dookies.
Kind of does look like a little turds.
Dude, we
Yeah.
need to go to the Philam market
That's interesting.
and just
I'm always fascinated by new fruits. I'm just now getting into this dragon fruit. Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's got it's white and it's got
You got to
specks.
be around Asians more.
I
We have.
just learned about this
We're
one.
We have
taking
a
a field trip
plethora
to
of-
Woodside.
This
right?
is crazy.
Yeah,
I
we're
had no
taking
idea
a-
there's a peanut fruit.
Asians have a plethora of knowledge when it comes to fruit.
I guess so.
Should
Yeah.
we do durian? That's pretty.
What's it
anyway,
taste like? A prune?
No, it's.
Kind of looks like it
It's
tastes like a
just
prune.
sour.
I guess like it may be like a prune, but super sour.
Oh, it's sour.
Yeah.
Yeah, your lips will pucker the fuck up. Or Your
Really?
cheeks, like,
Yeah.
yeah. If you have
It's
it.
like a
plain.
warhead.
How come we don't just eat these? Why come Americans eat this processed warhead when we could have this natural warhead
Yeah.
that you darn Filipinos been hiding from us?
We'll go.
I was fighting obesity as a child. I couldn't have been eating this natural, healthy warhead.
We got to go to there's a market, a little tiny market on 14th and A.
Oh,
There's
really?
a juice. They make a
Oh.
juice.
Yeah, they make a juice,
That looks
They
good.
find every way to make.
but they also cook it in a soup.
Mhm.
And
a
it's
fruit soup,
Yeah,
sour fruit soup.
it's great.
It's good. It's good.
It's honestly
hot
like
or cold.
hot. What are you talking about?
There's cold soups.
There are cold
Act like I'm crazy. And the way you said that, hot.
Well, Gary,
That's-
you've got
that's-
2 minutes to go through 3.
Oh, are you
topics.
serious?
Yeah. Act like there's no such thing as.
Well, this was just
gazpacho.
the. Oh my gosh.
Time's a ticking, Gary.
Gary, hurry! Tell us the tale of this.
Well, here, what it gets down to is like, I guess, of the restaurants, Christina Zhao's restaurant gets a lot of foreign nationals from like China, and then what they'll ask will be like, "Oh, who's in the kitchen?" And they'll be like, "Oh, it could be anybody in the kitchen," and what comes up is like the authenticity of the food,
Yeah.
and it's just like, well, I liked what what's his name?
See, this is where Gary should have went directly to, because I feel like this is a conversation about, this whole thing is a conversation about authenticity, right?
Authenticity and versus tradition.
Yes.
So like, yeah.
And then how to create authenticity in a new location,
Right.
right?
Yeah. And so, like, these foods are all, like, delicious and everything.
Sometimes you gotta nudge them.
Oh yeah.
Nudge 'em.
They're looking at their soup. It's just a bunch of melted Sour Patch Kids. This isn't authentic.
Yeah. and so a lot of these chefs, like, what do you got? At Sticks and Stones, like, they have barbacoa tacos. But, like, that's not Chinese at all. Like, but it is very Mexican. And that's just authentic to Leo's experience growing up.
So when you
in
were
San
saying, because you
Antonio.
texted us, think about authenticity and tradition.
Right.
So what does that mean to you?
Oh, when I think about being authentic, it's like, oh, hey, I am.
Everything is hey. I love that.
Don't.
Gary.
That's my tagline.
Gary's always got to get into every situation he gets into. He's go, oh hey.
Yeah, that's how he gets into characters.
And
That's how he does his
so
impression of himself.
let me get through this. And so, like,
Finish
how
your act out.
how is it that, like, as comedians, like, how are we authentic on stage? And
Sure.
yeah, and I feel like we kind of have like the same challenge as these chefs, like being of so many or of different cultures. Like, what does it mean to be like Filipino American on stage?
So, do you see authenticity and tradition as two things that are butting heads?
I think in some cases, yeah, it can butt heads. Just because you have tradition, you have all these things that traditionally we're supposed to do as Filipinos, and now we're not doing that. And so, what kind of conflict does that create for us?
Oh,
Yeah.
what upsets your mother? I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or my,
Flying back and forth between here and the Philippines
yeah.
just so you can cook Sour Patch Kids.
And so, like, that's what these, I don't know if they're second or third or fourth generation chefs are dealing with. Like, they want to make, like, just delicious food, also influenced by their, experience of living in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh, so
See-
like there's a tacos and Chinese food.
Right. There's going to be noodles, there's going to be, you can be.
Yeah. So it is authentic,
Mhm.
but it's not traditional.
Yeah.
I think, but the conversation around traditional is interesting because everyone has their own little version or tweak to like sinigang or
Right.
pancit or
Right.
something, right?
Yeah.
And I guess you can argue that none of those versions are traditional, even though they are traditional within the family or whatever.
Well, I think the tradition is.
Because tradition, probably, if you like harken back to whatever the original version of pancit was,
Right.
probably doesn't look like
What we're
anything
doing now.
that we're doing now.
Yeah. It's also very regional. Like, I'm sure if your mom made pancit and I made pancit, it would be so fundamentally
Yeah,
different.
ours would be classy and nice.
And ours
and
would
delicious.
be delicious.
Yeah.
and
Yours would have incest involved.
Oh no! Hey, leave them alone.
It's so.
How about we do a little experiment? Your mom makes pancit. Your mom makes, and I'll blindfold and taste test like the Pepsi challenge,
Okay.
Oh.
and I'll figure out who's more authentic.
I think we've already done that. Oh, that's.
Just a white guy. Now this is how it's supposed to be made.
Have you had pancit before?
Oh,
Okay.
wasn't even sure if I said it right.
Yeah, you said you got it.
Right. So Gary,
Yeah.
first of all, you're 3 minutes over time.
Okay.
So
That's good, though.
You failed your test. I do appreciate
yeah.
the moments of initiative that you came through with.
I feel like talking about the 5K though. That should also be in there.
All right. Well, no matter what, you didn't get through 3 topics.
Okay.
Sure, you can have another topic. It's your
Yeah,
fucking
no
5K.
money for you, Gary.
No money
Yeah.
for me. All right.
But
But you do get this medal.
yeah,
That'd be great if there's a medal like in Lucy. It was like, oh, okay.
do you want to tell us about what your other 2 topics were?
There weren't. I forgot there were supposed to be 3. I just listened to this like thing like a bunch of times.
A bunch of times. No, you did not.
I did.
How many times?
At least 3.
Well, 3
It's a
times.
pretty dense. Because what I didn't realize was like there was a condensed version on the pod, and then there was like a
He-
YouTube version.
Didn't even realize there were 3 topics that I told him to do.
But he's
Yeah.
like, well, if I do it 3 times.
When you said 3, I remembered the conversation that we had last week. I was like, oh yeah, it was supposed to be 3.
Yeah. He's like, was it 3 topics or 3 different times to listen to the same thing?
Or do I do one topic 3 times
Yeah.
out loud on one podcast?
That's a
You two are
workaround.
Exasperating.
Smart move, Gary. That's very smart, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, congrats, Gary.
Yeah, congrats.
You accomplished 1/3 of your job.
You're nice.
That's right. Now get over here and eat your bowl of sour soup. Spread my cheeks, Wilfred.
I gotta hold him open for him. His cheeks like to close.
Yeah, he's
But
got tight cheeks.
Yeah, you gotta hold him open.
You can call those suckers the saltines.
Anyways, that's been Democracy Now. We're gonna have to turn off the camera so Gary can get his soup.